Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful baby blanket. I've actually got two variations. This one's blue and I made this one in a coral color. I've named this Brooklyn after the baby that I created it for. So this particular pattern has a lot of texture. It's got overlay rows that you can see here. Also has a transition from a straight border to a chevron. And then back again, you can see up there a really pretty border with in the corners it's got overlay stitches and puff stitches. I'm using today, I'll be using shades of rose. So I have this one, this is Loops and Threads in soft rose. And I've already wound this into a ball, but it is Red Heart Cameo, and our main color will be Erin. This video will be in 4 parts. First part will be how to make the transition from straight to chevron. The second one will be putting in these panels of overlay stitches. The third part will be transitioning back to a straight border. And the fourth part will be the border itself. So stay tuned. Thank you. This video will have step-by-step directions, and I'll try to go as slow as possible, but I'm assuming that as a crocheter you do have a basic knowledge of crochet stitches. So if you need a little bit of a review or to learn how to do those stitches, I do have a separate video. I'll put a link in the description for this video. Row 1. We're going to start with a row of double crochets, and I created this one with the foundation stitch. I have a link to this video. I'll put in the description as well. I really like this one because it's got a lot of stretch to it, and sometimes you need that at the end so that everything stretches out and fits really well. So if you don't want to do the foundation video, or if you don't want to do the foundation row, then you will be chaining 93 stitches and putting a double crochet, the first double crochet in the third chain from the hook, and then all the way back so that you have 91 stitches. This will be a pattern of 13, and I've marked those with stitch markers already. So we'll have 7 sets of 13 stitches each. Okay, so row 1 is a row of 91 double crochets. Row 2, we're going to be moving from this straight border to a chevron stitch. So I'm going to turn this, and we will start with, sorry, we'll chain 1 and then turn. And then we're going to put in 2 single crochets, 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, and then the next one will be the top of our chevron. We're going to put a triple crochet in that next stitch, chain 1, and another triple in the same stitch. That will be the top of our chevron. Moving down the right, or the left side, 2 doubles, 2 half doubles, and 2 singles. And that will be our repeat pattern, and it covers, oops, just lost one there. It covers 13 stitches, and the markers will be at the bottom of the chevron. So you can see we're already getting kind of a chevron shape. All right, I'm going to go to the end of the row using the same pattern, repeated 6 times, and then I'll meet you at that point. This is the end of row 2, and our chevrons are kind of coming into shape. Just make sure all your stitches are used correctly. So let's start row 3. Chain 1 and turn. Put one in there already. Okay, then this will count as the first single crochet, so we'll put another one in the stitch right next to it. 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, and then in the chain 1 space where we put the triples on the previous row, we're going to do the same thing again. So a triple crochet into that chain 1 space between the 2 triples from the previous row, chain 1, do another triple, same space, and moving down the slope, 2 doubles, 2 half doubles, and 2 singles. We have an extra stitch. The reason for that is because we're putting 2 stitches into 1 space right there. So when we get over to our singles, we've got an extra stitch. So what we're going to do is just skip that extra stitch, and then we'll go into the next one for the second part, with the second repeat. So 1, 2 singles, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, and then we'll continue the same way until we get to the end of the row. At the end of row 3, we've got another extra stitch again because we've got 2 stitches into 1 space up here. So just to check our pattern, we have 2 triples in that space, 2 doubles, 2 half doubles, and then we need 2 singles. But we have 3 stitches left, so we'll make a decrease on the last one. The first thing we'll do is put in a regular single, and then we'll do a single crochet 2 together, which means we'll go into the first stitch like a regular single crochet, but instead of pulling through, we'll go into that last turning chain, basically is what that is, and then pull up a loop. We've got 3 on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. This will keep our edges even as we work on our chevron. Row 4, chain 1 and turn. And then we'll start our pattern again. Single crochet, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, and we're to our top stitch where we put our triples in the last 2 rows, but this time we're going to do doubles. And we'll do 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles in all of the top stitches again at the top of our chevrons from this point on. So a double, 2 doubles, that's 1, 2, chain 2, 2 doubles, Moving down the slope, same pattern, 2 doubles, two half doubles, and we have another extra single, so we'll put in 2 single crochets, skip 1 again, so we'll skip the stitch right here, go on to the next one with 2 singles, and then we'll go up our slope as we've done before with 2 singles, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, and then in the top stitch, the top space, we'll put 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, and continue that way to the end of the row. At the end of row 4, we also have to decrease, so we're going to do single crochet 2 together. So we'll put in 1 single crochet and then start a single crochet in the next stitch, then go over to that turning chain, put your hook in there, pull up a loop. We've got 3 on our hook, pull through all 3 at the same time. Chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to go up this slope again. We're going to skip that first space right there and go into the next stitch instead. So we'll put in 2 singles, 1, 2, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, and then in the top of our chevron, same thing that we did before, 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. Then going down the slope, 2 doubles, two half doubles, 2 singles, and then we've got even more single crochets, extra ones there. This time, instead of skipping 1, we're going to skip 3. So we'll skip 1, 2, 3, and go into this stitch right here. This first time you do that, you might want to kind of make it a little loose so it doesn't pull too tight on the pattern. So that's 1 single crochet, 2, then 2 half doubles, and so on the pattern, and I'll see you at the end of this row. We're now at the end of row 5, and we'll decrease the same way. I have 2 more single crochets for the pattern, so I will put a stitch there and then a single crochet 2 together. Make sure you're going all the way over to that turning chain to pick up that second loop. That will keep the edges a lot more straight. Okay, row 6 is our last row. Then we will be fully into the chevron pattern. So chain 1 and turn. This time we're going to do double crochets all the way through. So I'm just going to skip that first little space right there and go into the next chain, again with double crochets all the way across on this one. So yarn over, put my hook right through there, double crochet, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in the top space for our chevron, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Then going down the other side of the slope, 2 double crochets. Sorry, we already did that. 2 double crochets in that same space at the top. then 6 down the side for a total of 8. We're again going to skip 3 stitches, so we'll skip 1, 2, 3, and we'll put our next double crochet in that stitch right there. And then we'll continue the pattern the same way with 8 double crochets on each side. With 2 of those being the 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. And we'll go to the end of the row. At the end of row 6, we need to decrease again, but since we're working in double crochets only, we're going to decrease with a double crochet 2 together. So I have 6 stitches so far. I need 2 more. So I'll put 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochet 2 together, yarn over, put your hook through the first stitch and pull up a loop, and then skip over to the turning chain and pull up a loop there, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so we've got our transition from a straight border to chevrons, and it's pretty flat. We will still need to block it when we're done, but it looks pretty good right now. All right, we've got 6 rows so far, and you might want to put markers on every other row or something like that, so you can keep track of them. But one way I like to do it is just to count the holes at the top of the chevron. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this last row is actually the bottom row, so that's 6. So we have 6 rows. We're going to do 3 more in the same stitch that we just did on row 6. So repeat row 6 3 more times, and I'll meet you back at that point.